can throw me out. In fact, I'll grab my phone.
You can just leave, Mr. Kramer.
I will.
Thank you.
But on the way out,
Please
I'd
note
like
on
to
the
ask,
record
I'd like
that
to
Mr.
ask
Kramer
you,
has
Luke,
been asked. Mr. Kramer,
ask Luke to
you
define business. He's
Yes,
never defined
amen.
what business is. Define for the public that you want to rule over what
He
business
needs
is.
to.
Mr. Kramer, you don't have to leave
Yes, he
because
does.
a commissioner can say you're a guest of a
Mr.
commissioner and you can sit here. There is
Cameron,
no law broken.
Cameron,
There is no
yes,
law
I
broken.
am asking. You have been
But-
warned
and
and
I've
you
asked
are
you
now
to
being
stay.
asked to
And I've
leave.
asked you to stay. So
I
there
didn't
you
ask you to
go.
stay.
Dave, you are
And
not in
it's not on
charge.
the agenda to vote on, so
Yeah,
he stays.
yes, as a matter of,
If he touches him, it's battery.
There's nothing you can do.
it's 9:36 and this meeting is recessed. Lieutenant Riffle, are you going to assist Mr. Lacombe, or will I call Sandpoint Police Department to remove Mr. Kramer?
That's not what I'm here.
You aren't here to help maintain peace as directed by Sheriff Wheeler on September 14th, 2023. That was a misstatement when he stood in front of us?
No, you're misquoted.
Oh, no, it's on video.
Can we not argue with the
All right.
public if you choose to call the
This
police
is
on Mr.
adjourned
Kramer?
You're asking Mr.
Or
Lacombe to
excuse me.
do something.
Adjourn. Adjourn.
Adjourn. He said it. Recess. We haven't. Dave,
You just adjourned the meeting.
You did.
good try.
You just adjourned.
No,
You
you
just
did.
adjourned the meeting.
We're in recess.
You
What
can't
is
adjourn it. and
Fast
come
and
back
loose.
say I changed my
Can't
mind.
do that.
Absolutely you can.
What is the
You
time
are a
frame
couple
for
of buffoons.
the recess? I didn't hear a time.
What's the time frame
What is the
We'll be
time?
back in 5 minutes
after the adjournment?
at 9:42.
So you just adjourn a meeting and then start a new one.
Maybe you can figure out what business is on your
Maybe you can figure out what the
vacation.
First Amendment is.
I need to go potty.
What? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. I was asked to stay, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a very good presentation they had on Haitian this morning for those who missed it.
It was excellent.
Very informative, and I appreciate it.
We understand. This is not about you. This is, we totally get it. I'm just scooching behind you. We resent the fact that they put you in
And
that
Fred Orange
position.
should have been here to hear
I
it.
told him, but he said he's not old enough.
Mr. Kramer, I'm going downstairs so that we can call the police. You've been asked to be removed twice. Are you again?
I've been asked to
refusing?
stay.
That's wonderful. I, as
Do
chairman,
what you have to do.
ask
Do what you have to do.
Thank you. You've been asked to remove.
The only person who's creating a problem is Commissioner Omar.
Why does he have to go downstairs to make the phone call? Doesn't he have a phone in his office?
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if there was.
I'm just, no issues, we're good, I'm just letting you know.
Oh, that's funny. He had to come in here just to walk through and get to his office.
Look up the definition.
That's funny.
It squashes everything they're saying.
Yeah, well.
I just can't believe that the rules change all the time.
They do.
Every single time, and then if it fits one way, it doesn't fit the other. And then why are we still making rules a year after?
It's got to happen to get it squared away.
Why are we making rules? Aren't there supposed to be rules in place prior to this that works for how long?
They decide that something.
Why now? We're still making rules.
That's what I don't
So, if you get the opportunity, you can read that. Everybody here understands. Including Bill Wilson. Bill Wilson. Bill Wilson should be read now. So we can stand up and defend your position. This is nuts. You're wrong at every level.
Just a general announcement. I have called the Sandpoint Police Department to remove Mr. Kramer. This meeting will not continue until Mr. Kramer has left this.
Can I ask, are we supposed to come back are we supposed to come back according to what the time said and then you make that statement? Because I don't think you can.
We can always start late.
We can't start.
What law did
Well,
he
we can't
break?
start early.
What law did he break? You don't have an answer for that.
You don't have
Because he
an
didn't break one.
Is there a reason we would hold staff to not approve their stuff since that's an issue?
This is Mr. Kramer. This is who we would like to have lead the meeting. Can we talk to you?
Would you like somebody with you?
Sure. Find out
Okay.
what law he broke, because he didn't.
See you later. Thank you.
I'm sorry? If he's invited to stay, he can't stay.
It's just the typical public discourse that Mr. Orlott thinks that he rules over everybody in the county. We don't have a right to speak, and so he continually reads statutes and says, this is a business move. This is a business move. And so what Asia Williams was asking for was, she wanted to share what her district, the business of her district is, and what she's doing for the countywide. And he wanted to have all of that removed. And so I simply said, what is the definition of business? And so he says, you're out.
Got the smile.
He doesn't like any opposition. So he said, your Commissioner Williams said, no, he's my guest and he's gonna stay. So you need to, OMOT doesn't dictate who can and can't be in a public meeting.
Okay.
So, I don't know what he expects you to do.
So he's asked us to ask you to leave the meeting.
Okay, and you've asked me.
Okay.
It's a public meeting, and if I need to stay, then I'm going to stay.
So you've been invited by the other commissioners.
Yes, yes.
Is Mr. Ahmed, Commissioner Ahmed, he's in charge of the.
He's the
calendar,
chair.
or the chair.
He's the chair. And, it's a public meeting and a public board.
So are you, he's wanting you trespass from the meeting, so asked to leave the meeting. Are you willing to do that?
No, I've been invited to stay.
Well, so you're aware that you're, per him,
Per him.
that you're trespassing, you're not allowed back in the meeting. You understand that?
Per him.
Per him.
Okay, so what about the voice of the other commissioner?
Well, yeah, I'll go talk to the other commissioner.
Okay, that's Asia Williams. Okay, all right.
So is he officially trespassed?
He's been notified that, asked to leave the meeting. Looks like they're gonna start the meeting up again, so I can't really talk to the other commissioners.
So 9:55 on January
Well,
23rd.
they're kind of denying he crossed it. If they're not willing to.
There was a motion and a second on the floor to amend the order of agenda, striking all of the VOCC items. Roll call vote.
Hang on.
Definition of business means business that relates directly to.
I understand.
Madam Clerk, please proceed with the vote.
I vote no.
Yes,
Able to follow the rules
the motion carries.
of speaking out of turn.
I will now step down from the chair and move
Yeah.
to adopt the order of agenda as amended.
I appreciate that.
Very good.
I wanted to get Asia out here.
Is there any discussion on?
Will you tell them that you invited me
I
to
did
stay?
tell them that.
Oh,
I asked, how is it that they have the authority to?
Hearing none, roll call vote. Yes?
There isn't, per statute, there is no authority.
The motion carries. The next item on the order of the
This is, it's not, this is a public meeting.
go ahead. Oh, we're here, I'm sorry.
So, and I told this gentleman that you were an invited guest, and so one commissioner doesn't trump another. He hasn't broken the law, he's just not desired by Commissioner Ahmed. Sure. So that's, it doesn't, you can't remove someone because we don't like him. That's not.
And if you promise to be a good boy, right?
All right, are you coming in?
He asked me to wait, so I'm just waiting. But yes, I am.
I'm not leaving until I make sure you come back in.
Chair
because
seconds the motion. Is there any discussion discussion regarding the consent agenda?
No one has the right to eject you from this meeting if you didn't break a law, and you did not break a law.
Hearing none, roll call vote. Yes? The motion carries.
She read the definition.
The next agenda item is for Rosedale.
Did they respond? Mr. Crum, what's the meeting about? It's just a commissioner meeting, and it's about county business in general. It's just that they are eliminating the public from with the business of the county. It's just like this trauma. Okay, okay. Well, can I go in and sit down while you're sorting it out?
Like I said, he hasn't, not to by the commissioner.
He hasn't broken a law. This is a public space and a public meeting.
So-
This is not North 40 or Walmart. If he hasn't broken a law, you cannot legally have him leave. So let him go back in.
One commissioner does
It
not
doesn't
trump
matter.
Has asked him to leave.
But he's refusing, and it's a public meeting in a public space. And again, if you can cite some law that he's broken, fine. Otherwise, he can go back in. He didn't have to come out in the first place.
Okay.
So has he broken a law?
I'm not that I'm aware of.
Okay, then come on back in. You have no.
I don't want to make his job any more difficult. I'll come back in. I will. I will.
Well, yeah, with all due respect, you're making your own job difficult because you're trying to eject somebody from a public space when he's broken no law.
I understand.
Do
And
you?
Yes, I do.
It seems like
So
you
if
don't.
somebody's screaming and yelling.
No, he was-
And throwing a fit. I'm just asking you something. Is that a reason to ask somebody to leave a meeting?
I wasn't yelling at
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. This is a hypothetical.
He can ask.
Okay.
When it if he has gone to the point.
Now, if
where
you tear
he's-
the place
Just
up, you're gonna
ask
have
me
a problem.
question,
That
let me
wouldn't
answer.
be a.
If he
I'm
has
sorry.
been charged with something like disturbing the peace or something, fine, but he hasn't been.
Okay.
So what law has he broken? None. Okay. Then nobody has the right to eject him out of this room. You have to know that.
Okay. He's like I said. The
But you're trying to take one commissioner's point of view that he doesn't like.
who's kind of the head committee, kind of runs the
It
meeting.
doesn't
Right?
matter.
So what?
Commissioners are equal.
They are all
They're
equal.
No, I
one-
totally understand.
So one.
But as far as the meeting, he runs the meeting, right? That's the point.
Okay.
It's like a mayor in our city council.
Okay.
He
By a
runs-
2-to-1 vote, by the way.
What's that?
By a 2-to-1 vote, it was not unanimous.
By what?
None
To
of that
put, to
matters.
let him run the meeting.
It's red herring
Oh,
stuff.
I got you. Yeah, ours is different, right? Ours is the mayor, so the mayor
Sure.
runs the meeting, so he.
So I just want to state this. The commissioners are equal. One commissioner does not rule over another.
One runs the meeting.
That's fine. He can run the meeting, but it doesn't, if I'm invited by a commissioner to the meeting, it's not, he doesn't have the authority to say, I don't care that you were invited, you're out.
So you're not breaking any law. You're breaking the rules of whatever. According to him, I wasn't here. I can watch the video later and see, but see how bad.
Oh, yeah.
How bad you were being or something.
Gonna turn him across your knee too, right?
I live in this county too, so I watch the commissioner meetings most of the time. What's the order of business today?
What they wanted to do was remove all of Asia's agenda items, again, strike every one of them.
So that they can't be discussed.
Exactly.
Exactly. They did it last week, and they're doing it again this week.
On the pretense that they're not county business, and they're absolutely county business.
Every one of them is county business. It's our business. And they don't want us to be able to object or have a voice in the county business. So.
I just like your patch. I like to picture your patch.
I simply asked, will you please tell us what the definition of business is? Because that's his fallback. You know, this doesn't meet county business, this doesn't meet county business. So if you look at the legal definition of county business, everything she's doing is exactly county business.
Ninth Circuit has adopted that you can, if you're disruptive in a meeting, you can be legally trespassed and or charged. So I advise you to not be disruptive in a meeting. I'm not going to take any other action at this point. They need to figure out what their rules are. Obviously, we have one commissioner saying one thing, another commissioner saying another thing. So please, if you're in the meeting, just know that those do exist. So, any questions for me?
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What I'm curious about, I did email your office and I did ask about it. And my understanding is that this was for some type of forensic audit. And I'm exceedingly confused as to what type of forensic audit